Hi, I'm Tricia Pine at rejoiceinyourvoice.com, home of the Complete Singer System, where I help people who are feeling fearful, insecure, confused, even frustrated about their voice, and I help them sing with more beauty, joy, and confidence. Over the last 3 weeks, we've talked about vocal technique, and I've given you lots of tools to relax the jaw, the tongue, and the neck. Well, this week, we're going in an entirely different direction. I'd like to share with you a mindset activity that I did for myself this week, and it was inspired by something that happened over the weekend. I want to tell you briefly what happened. Last month, my sweet mama passed away, and I am in charge of her estate. So over the weekend, I flew to Oregon, and as I was going through and looking at bank accounts, and I went to one bank and I had to close her savings box, her little safe deposit box. That's what they're called, their safe deposit box, and I had to close it. So when I went in there and I had the key and I pulled out the safe deposit box, of course, you expect to find what we consider in the world valuables. So there was some silver in there, and there were some rings, and there was a watch. But what really hit me right here was that in that safe deposit box, my sweet mom had 2 cards that I had given her over a couple of different holidays. And I opened them and I read them, and of course, immediately I started crying. And it really made me think about where we place our value and what we find to be valuable. Because right there were 2 cards from me to my mom that she felt were just as important as the silver and the gold rings and the diamonds, which of course made me feel very loved. So when I returned back here to Colorado, I thought, what if I made my own safe deposit box, but for singing? And what if we together were to make a special place for things that really helped us keep in perspective what is most important, what's most important in our lives, so that we can open the box and to have those items, those things remind us of people we love and who love us, remind us of good times and good experiences. So in the blog post below, I give you a list that I made up. You can put in this box whatever you want, of course, but here's what I decided to put in my box. I wrote a letter to my sweet family, just telling them how much I love them and how much I appreciate their support. I actually wrote a little card to myself, a little thank you note for hanging in there and really doing the good work and the passionate work that I love so much, even when it's not so easy. I decided to throw in a favorite movie. I love Mary Poppins. It inspires me. I love it. And I picked a couple of family pictures to put in here of my sweet family. This was one of my favorite venues to sing in. This is when I was a supernumerary at the Metropolitan Opera House in New York, so that's going in the box. I found these. Okay, this is a prop from when I was in Miss America. These were part of the costume in which I sang my talent aria. But what's so great about them is that we found these at a thrift shop. My dad helped me pick them out. We found them. He painted them red so they could match my costume. So they're definitely going into my box because my dad was one of my biggest fans, as well as my mom. So he was in backstage helping. I found this little trinket from a fun choir tour that I did when I was in college that really, I love all those people. Here's another venue that I sang in. This was the Dome Corps in Salzburg. I wanted to have a quote. So I have this quote here. I shall not pass through this world. I shall pass through this world but once. If therefore there be any kindness I can show or any good thing I can do, let me do it now. Let me not defer it or neglect it, for I shall not pass this way again. So that's one quote that I love. And then I had to add another movie because I love Singing in the Rain. I'm a big fan of Gene Kelly. My favorite book, this was given to my dad before he went off to World War II when he was just 18, As a Man Thinketh. I have a sweet card from my mom that she wrote to me with lots of love inside. And I have a picture of a cast that I love them. And they're going in the box. And then I found a spiritual item that really meant a lot to me as well. So this is my safe deposit box, my singing safe deposit box. And I encourage you to create your own. It's a place that you can go to get rejuvenated, to get focused, to keep things in perspective when life gets a little tough as an artist, as a performer, as a singer, as an actor. And it's also for others that they can go there and go, this is what's really valuable to my mom, to my husband, to my brother, to my friend. This is kind of the place where your heart can lie, what the true valuables are. They may not be worth millions of dollars, but there are relationships and our connections, our memories and our experiences that we treasure. And that's what I took away from that experience of finding the cards in my mom's safe deposit box. So this week, spend a little time on this mindset activity that you can have a special place for things just for you. All right, let me know how it goes. Until next week, rejoice in your voice. Bye-bye.